drives that one. Center field, back on it. It's Robles off the wall. That's going to tie the ball game. Shohei Ohtani with the double. We're knotted up at 4. Man, he almost won it. Rendon drives that one to center field. Shohei Ohtani's being sent by Phil Nevin. The throw to the plate, Ohtani he's safe! The Angels walk it off and win the series. Anthony Rendon comes up big. It was an epic come-from-behind victory for the Halos. A Sunday fun day on Mother's Day. And now they look to keep that momentum rolling. Angels hosting the Tampa Bay Rays, always a tough out for 3. Two-time All-Star Mark Gubicza. I'm Patrick O'Neill. Reflecting back on that game, I saw Phil Nevin down on the field. I said, did you think about maybe holding Ohtani? He said, are you kidding? I wanted to get home and see my granddaughter. Of course I was sending him. That was so much fun.
Patrick, that was a great game. I mean, to win a game like that with the relievers the Nationals were throwing in their upper 90s fastballs, to be able to win that one, Rengifo with the walk started it. What a win.
Yeah, that was great. Okay, so the Angels have 19 wins in 30 games. That's outstanding. How do you think they're doing it?
Well, I mean, they're playing such great baseball. They brought the energy and the vibe from spring training. We talked about that early on, and they're doing things so well. Only the Yankees so far with more wins. They won their 20th game today. But you're seeing the offense, and that's the thing. Their offense is doing something. They're scoring runs, a little over 4.5 runs a game, second best in the American League. On-base percentage, power, 8 different guys with 3 or more home runs, so that's balance. And then you look at the pitching staff. Shohei Ohtani's been great. Noah Syndergaard on the bump today has been great. The bullpen, so all of a sudden now you don't feel you have to outslug a team to win games. The pitching staff has been outstanding.
So they have scored some runs and they have limited some runs. That's a good formula for success. So you mentioned Thor, Syndergaard on the hill, his 5th start, going for career win number 50. His previous 4 starts, he's going deep into ball games and he's giving his team a chance.
His sinker has been great, a batting average under 100 on his sinker so far there. His whip has been great. He's not giving a lot of base runners. That's why he's been so good. 0.96 whip. That's walks and hits per innings pitched. Opponent's batting average just over 200. He's doing everything well. His ground ball percentage, 50.7%. So, yeah, he's not throwing 99. He's throwing 94, 95, but he's getting the ball on the ground with his defense. That's a winning formula.
Well, listen, the Angels might need a superhero-type performance to take down the Rays. They are very good here at this park. It's a new season, a new vibe, and Noah Syndergaard takes the hill looking to take down the Rays. Lineups, first pitch coming up here on Bally Sports.
It's another 1-2-3 inning for Syndergaard.
He got him. Swing and a miss. Another one.
Locked him up on the heater. Absolutely fantastic tonight.
Here comes Thor. Noah Syndergaard taking the hill here at the Big A after a thriller on Mother's Day. It's the Angels and the Rays here on Bally Sports. Mark Gubicza, Patrick O'Neill, Erica Weston. Our entire broadcast crew fired up for this one. That was exciting yesterday. So here's who Noah is going to be facing. Brandon Lau, Wander Franco, Yandy Diaz, former Halo G-Man Choi, Manuel Margot. Reigning AL Player of the Week, just awarded today. He's been on fire. Kevin Kiermaier can roam it in center. Randy Arozarena, last year's Rookie of the Year. Brett Phillips, always entertaining. And Mike Zunino is doing the catching for the Rays here today. So, Gooby, what's it going to take here for Thor?
Well, he's got to continue with that power fastball, lower part of the strike zone amongst active pitcher with 50-plus wins and an ERA where it's at right now for Syndergaard at 3.30, looking for number 50 today. Some outstanding names on there. When you look at those names from Kershaw, Chris Sale, Max Scherzer, Madison Bumgarner, Justin Verlander, he's trying to join that incredible list.
Wow, that Kia player profile absolutely locks it up. 1 win away from 50. He's had a couple of shots at it. He started 2-0, but his last start was really good against the Boston Red Sox. He went deep, won 7 innings.
Yeah, my go-to is for him to have it going again today. I mean, he's throwing the ball so well. It's fun to watch him go out and compete because he throws a lot of strikes. You got to have that ground ball action with a sinker. Mentioned that on the opening. He's got a fastball, ground ball action of about 50.7% in the late break on his sliders. Going to be big for him so far this year. 30.8% whiff percentage with his slider. Against this lineup for the Rays, they are aggressive first pitch. But that you don't go away from that. Use that and get some quick outs, especially on the ground for Syndergaard today.
This is the perfect guy to take this ball for the Halos against this Rays team. Angels defense, Brandon Marsh, Mike Trout. That's right, Jack Mayfield is in right field. More on Taylor Ward in a moment. Anthony Rendon at third, Velasquez at short, Wade is at second base, and Walsh at first. And Chad Wallach is making his Angels debut, catching Noah Syndergaard for Taylor Ward. Some hamstring tightness, just considered day-to-day when he was scoring that tying run, so doesn't expect that to be much, but congrats to Chad Wallach. Excited to see him in a Halo uniform. His dad, of course, the great Tim Wallach, played 57 games for the Halos back in the day, so a father-son duo here.
Yeah, 59th career start. The important thing for Chad Wallach, 26% caught base stealers, so that's a solid number, especially with Thor on the mound.
Especially with this Rays team that likes to run. The changeup gets ahead of Brandon Lau, 0-2.
Brandon Lau is a guy that swings the first pitch. He did on a fastball, and then he followed up Syndergaard with a great changeup.
Angels play Lau with a shift on the right side. This is outside with that changeup.
Well, that's good movement on his changeup. So far this year, a little odd numbers for Noah Syndergaard on 0-2 counts. Hitters 4 for 9 against him. So that was a good changeup out of the strike zone. He tried to make sure he slowed down those numbers on an 0-2 count.
There's the 1-2, and he got him. Strikeout number 1 for Noah Syndergaard. That's a great start. This Rays team, Gooby, has such tremendous success here at this stadium since 2010. 32-12, a .727 winning percent.
That fastball had some hair on it too. You had fastball, changeup, fastball at 95 with some movement. For Syndergaard, love to see that.
So here's Wander Franco. He is only 21 years old. He's already locked up long-term for the Rays. They've won back-to-back division titles. Their manager, Kevin Cash, back-to-back manager of the years. Joe Madden managing against his former team. He has the most wins in Rays history. It's a great matchup here tonight. There's a chopper foul, 1-1.
It's a good sequence already against Franco, a very talented young hitter. Starting off with a slow curveball. He's got unbelievable numbers on the first pitch put in play. Threw him a curveball at his own, then followed up with a changeup and had him out in front. This is a team that generally hits the ball in the air, and you're a power sinker guy, so it should come into play, get a lot of ground balls if you can.
Falls behind, 2-1 to Franco. Interesting that Mayfield is in right field, considering the Angels have an Aaron Whitefield. Strike 2 that they just called up, but Joe Madden wants Jack's bat in the lineup.
Not a bad time to be a pitcher at this moment. There's a little bit of sun going through parts of the stadium, and where Syndergaard's throwing the ball, there's a sunlight between the mound and home plate.
There's the 2-2.
Ooh, he looked like he was ready to bring him up. He moved to call him out.
Umpire John Tumpain behind the plate calling balls and strikes. That was close.
Yeah, that little flinch, like he was going to ring him up.
Feel free to go ahead and ring him up, John.
Watch him. He's flinching. He's thinking about it. Oh,
it's a little lean. 3-2. Ground ball. Velasquez is there over at second base. The shortstop takes care of Franco. 2 down. So Joe Madden, talk about third season here, being a charm for Joe. So when he was the Rays manager, first 2 years, only 61 wins, then 66, and then third year, 97. Won the pennant, and then here we are in the third year. He's already 19-11 for the Angels.
And he's got the same type of feel for his team right now. It takes a while for him to get people to bite into that vibe, that positive vibe, just let them have a good time as a team, and you're seeing some different personalities.
2 down for Yandy Diaz. Takes strike 1. We got to stay on our toes here tonight, Gooby, because Thor likes to move quick. Love it.
I'm a big believer in when you throw and work quickly, your opponent feels that you're confident, and that's what you want.
have confidence on the mound that your stuff you're taking out there is good enough to get anybody out.
1-1 to Diaz. Foul back. Ahead of the count, 1-2. It's the fact that Noah, a kind of a combination of the two there. Try not to do that again. Has that fastball mid-90s. Then he's got that changeup. What does he go to here? 1-2. That's a line drive, base hit. Just threw the bat at it.
I mean, he's got great career numbers against the Angels. He's coming in like 390 against the Angels in his career. That was a good pitch. A changeup down. He just went with it. He's not necessarily a big power guy, but he's a good contact hitter. He's got some stolen bases, so there's a potential threat here right away. Our old buddy Ji-Man Choi.
There he is, former Angel. A lot of fun to be around. The Rays with 21 stolen bases. That's first in the American League, second in all of baseball. So 2 down. Something that you have to keep your eye on with Syndergaard and the running game. Starts him off with a fastball for strike 1. Angels coming off that thriller yesterday, that walk-off to win the series over the Nationals. We'll have plenty of that throughout the night. And the Rays got walked off on themselves up in Seattle. Strike 2.
So 2 fastballs in a row, upper third. That might have been slightly above the strike zone, but gets the call. When you're around the zone and your reputation as a guy that throws a lot of strikes, you get those borderline calls. Whether that's right or wrong, if you're a hitter. Bottom line is he works quickly and he throws strikes and close to the zone consistently.
Tough to get G-Man to chase. Here's the 0-2. And he got him. 2 Ks in the first inning for Noah Syndergaard. Excellent start. Angels coming up. Just some hamstring tightness, should be just fine. Followed by Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani DHing, and then Anthony Rendon. Those two heroes yesterday. Jared Walsh, Jack Mayfield in right field. Tyler Wade at second. Chad Wallach, Angels debut, catching. Andrew Velasquez is at short. So here's Jeffrey Springs. This is only his 4th career start, 2nd start of the season, Mark. It's one of those opener type situations.
Just great numbers already. You see the ERA, but his whip, and he's not allowing many base runners. Fastballs 90-95. He'll throw a changeup, a lot of them, and a slider. My go-tos to have success against him today, especially with his changeup. You got to use the middle of the field. Don't try the pole, and drive his slider for some power. Try to get that barrel of the head out on a slider, a flat one, to do some damage.
Spoke with Marsh earlier this afternoon about his approach. He just wants to get on for those big guns, of course. He'll take a flare. He'll do whatever it takes. Taylor Ward has been so incredible, Mark. And how about last night? It's a great at-bat by Rengifo. The hit by Ward. Ohtani's doubled. Rendon, his former team, that was, still kind of have the goosebumps from that one. And Marsh, of course, trying to with the Gatorade.
That was impressive. By the way, going back to Taylor Ward, 2 of his hits, the 2 hits hit right center field.
Yep.
This is a great swing. A lot of trust in his hands, using the whole field. Makes it difficult as a pitcher to go against you.
So lefty-lefty matchup, tough start for Brandon Marsh, and he falls behind. When he does fall behind, it's been trouble for him with 2 strikes.
They've been elevating fastballs against him. That's been the big problem for Brandon Marsh when he's behind in the count. They're elevating fastballs. He's got to think lower third and make contact and hit the ball the other way.
Here's the 1-2, and he got him. So this outfield for the Rays, you got some outs above average here with Margot, Kiermaier, and Phillips. They can fly and they can absolutely pick it. In the infield, it's Diaz, Franco, Lau, and Choi over at first. And doing the catching, Mike Zunino, Jeffrey Springs, who now has to deal with Mike Trout. Big difference for Mike when, strike 1 versus ball 1 on the first pitch. When he gets ahead of the count, 1-0, lights out.
Franco, we know how good of a hitter and how well he runs, but he's an outstanding shortstop, too. .976 career fielding percentage, and the nephew for a good buddy, Eric Ibar, won a Gold Glove at shortstop for the Halos.
What an incredible connection that is.
I tell you, Eric Ibar was one of the toughest competitors I've ever seen. This asked Justin Verlander that one. Running on it was a 1-0 game, close game, and Verlander wasn't happy. And Eric Ibar goes, you know what? I'm happy I'm on first base. And I'm good with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with Eric Ibar. I don't care who you are. And 2-1 to Mike.
Trout is trying to get his timing together. He's had a tough time over his last 6 games with 13 punch-outs. So you know at some point he's going to get his timing together, and then watch out.
And 2-2 to Mike.
There's that changeup from Springs, and you got to think, you got to go up the middle the other way. If you try to pull that, it's a tough one. You're going to get towards the end of the bat. If you make contact, it will be soft contact. Won't be surprised if he threw another changeup here now.
Exactly what he did there, Mark. Good call, partner.
They got the, it looks like they got the pitch comm working. The Rays. They were doing that even early in spring training down in Florida. The Grapefruit League.
And sometimes you will see the pitch comm really going into play when a runner gets at second base, but they're going with it right from the get. There's the 2-2 to Trout. And he struck him out. 2 down, back-to-back Ks for Springs.
Yeah, 3 straight changeups he threw the Trout.
So Ohtani made some news yesterday. Wonder how many covers of newspapers in Japan for Ohtani yesterday. The tying double, 2 runs, and the single from Rendon. The speed to score the winning run. Erica will have more on Ohtani coming up.
But Zunino behind the plate is a very good pitch framer. We talk a lot about Max Stassi. Same thing with Zunino behind the plate for the Rays. He almost got that call. That was below the strike zone, but he kept that glove there close enough. It was almost called a strike.
Swings through that fastball, 1-1. Last time out, Springs went 3 1/3. This will be one of those games from Kevin Cash. Downstairs, because his pitchers get pretty good as this series moves along. Kluber, Clanahan. We'll see Ohtani pitching on Wednesday. That'll be a heck of a matchup. Detmers goes tomorrow. Ohtani hits it to right field. High fly ball. Brett Phillips is under it. And the Angels are retired. No score. We head to the second.
Comeback victory, a walk-off win for the Halos yesterday. Joe Madden calling it unlikely and improbable. He said we weren't getting any contact, let alone hard contact, but maybe that game-tying double was just what they needed to see from Shohei Ohtani. We had a chance to catch up with Shohei after the game, asking him about that game-tying 2-run hit. He said the last couple of games I've been feeling better, getting a better angle on the balls I'm hitting. They're going in the air like we just saw in the first inning. So he says, I think in a few more days, I should be able to get there, guys.
Thank you, Erica, as Margot continues his tear with a single. Erica, just to follow up, even though the incredible dramatics from Shohei, he didn't speak much yesterday, right? One answer in English and one in Japanese, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Generally, we get a little bit more from him on the days that we pitch, so perhaps we can talk to more about the offense on Wednesday following that outing.
All right, more from you coming up throughout the game. Erica Weston, appreciate that. By the way, nice job getting away from, I mean, you got Brandon Marsh and Tyler Wade coming in hot there. Did a good job.
I think that's the last time I'll be spared by the Powerade.
Not sure how you avoided it. Rendon deked Brandon Marsh, and as you pointed out, Erica, on Twitter, he was okay. That's the good news. So
Good move there by Noah Syndergaard. You're going to have to make the Rays aware of your paying attention to him as far as the potential stolen base. 21 stolen bases as a team. So to throw over, hold the ball, step off, all those things to disrupt a base runner.
So this is Kevin Kiermaier at the plate. Check on Margot.
I like that back pick by Chad Wallach. It just keeps that secondary lead and make him aware that it will back pick and be ready to make a quick throw. Nice job by Syndergaard holding the baseball before that pitch was delivered.
He held the baseball a little longer that time, but falls behind Kiermaier 2-0. Last time that Syndergaard faced the Rays only once, 2015. He was with the Mets, took a loss at Tropicana Field. The only member of the Rays in that game, this man at the plate right here, Kiermaier. 3-0.
Some of his fastballs already in this game, even though that power sinker we were talking about highlight even on the pregame show. His fastball has been upstairs. It's been effective so far, but trying to work it down in his zone. Kiermaier's patient. More than likely, he's taking this 3-0 pitch.
They're on top of it, Mark. 3-1.
I think it's different, though, for Syndergaard. He's worked so well with Max Stassi behind the plate. It's different for him today with Chad Wallach, who's a solid defensive catcher.
Margot on the move, the throw, no throw, ball 4. First and second. Nobody out here, top of the second for Noah Syndergaard. They're going to check their signs with Chad Wallach. Margot at second. Margot announced today as the AL Player of the Week, supplanting our very own Taylor Ward. So Randy Arozarena is the DH here tonight. He's yet to hit a home run this season, but he's a 2020 guy last year and Rookie of the Year. Both runners go. Wallach at third base, and he is out. Margot caught down.
The Rays generally always check calls, so there'll be a while before we decide if that's going to be an out or not at third base. They love to check. They're not afraid to check in the first inning.
I think we might be happy to wait. That was an absolute rocket from Wallach.
That's a huge jump.
He got him, right, Gooby? Swipe tag.
See, here's a better angle here. He tried to get to that back part of the base. Did he get that hand in there? I think he might be in.
Challenging the out call at third base.
Yeah, you're right. Got the oven mitt in. Adrian Johnson made that call at third base. Safe is the call, but they appear to beat it.
So the Rays are not afraid to go and challenge. So Nissan umpire review.
Well, this likely will be overturned, and with Kiermaier also stealing.
Well, Chad Wallach did everything possible.
Yeah.
That was just a quick release.
Couple of warm-up pitches from Syndergaard as they look at this in New York.
And the thing is, you always wondered, especially with a swipe tag like that, if it's at any time that he could go off the bag. Looks like we're going to get the call here.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Tampa retains their challenge.
Crew chief Marvin Hudson, second and third. Kevin Cash successful on his challenge. A couple of stolen bases early here in the second.
We're a team that didn't run for a while. They are running very well this season, especially with Arozarena at the plate, who hits a ton of ground balls. Having him on the move keeps away from a double play ball.
Oh, gets the call. Appeared to be outside, 1-1.
Arozarena 59.3% ground ball percentage.
Halos play back
That's a pretty good changeup. You just got to have a lot of trust in your offense. And you're just trying to keep away from a big inning. Ground ball, get an out. Even if it means a run will score here. If you get 2 strikes, then strike out mentality. All right, now you think about it. Now you go to that slider potentially. Always a big believer as a starting pitcher. The first couple of innings, it's all about preventing a big inning going against you because you feel your offense is there. We show what the Angels have averaged this year, 4.6 runs per game. So 1 run's not going to beat you. So think preventing a big inning against you.
That's what they did yesterday after that incredible play from Velasquez. Fouled right back our way. You notice
That's a little flat, that slider.
All right.
That looked like a slap shot hit the post though, right? That sounded like it.
It sure did. There's the 2-2.
Arozarena this season, 30 strikeouts, 30.
The man on deck, Brett Phillips. What did you mention, 25?
Yep.
Far less ABs. This would be a big one right here. Good call. We got him. That's a huge out.
Boy, tied him up with a fastball inside 94 with some movement. Boy, if you make any contact at all, your knuckles are going to be hurting for a while in that movement. Now you have another guy that's a strikeout batter, 25 strikeouts and 51 official at bats. But he's just looking to hit the ball on the ground on the right side of the infield. This is a time with Noah Syndergaard, you're hoping he gets a ground ball back to you as a pitcher to keep that runner at third.
Good to see if there was a ground ball. I would imagine the Angels would try to get Margot at home.
I like how active Chad Wallach is already.
Yep.
Back pick the first, fake the pick the third to keep Margot close if there is a contact play on. Almost threw him out. He just got the hand underneath the tag with a quick throw he had.
And working with Syndergaard for the first time, as you pointed out, doesn't get the call in the upper corner. And Zunino on deck, second and third. In the top of the second for the Rays, 1 away.
Boy, good changeup.
So good. Another strikeout here would be just what the doctor ordered for Syndergaard and the Angels. What do you like here?
I think he's going to go back to another changeup. Wow, that's a strike. Ooh, upper part of the strike zone. Good movement. That's the kind of movement you're seeing a lot out of Syndergaard this year, that two-seam action. That's running the upper part of the strike zone throughout. Didn't get the call, though.
Wallach kept the glove right there, didn't move it too much. John Tumpane back there doesn't ring him up. How about now? 2-2, and he got it. Back-to-back Ks for Syndergaard, 2 down.
After a high fastball, there was a borderline one, drops a curveball, the hammer from Thor.
We might have to see that hammer up here in the booth before the night is over. So the number 9 hitter, Mike Zunino. 2 down, 2 on.
Zunino's got real good power on the first pitch, and he is a mistake hitter, so you got to be real careful first pitch with Zunino.
He's got 12 career home runs versus the Angels. Curveball in there, 0-1. 4 strikeouts already for Syndergaard. Another one, doesn't get the call. 1-1. It's a few in a row with the curve.
Percentage-wise, curveball, that's 7% this season. See, that's a product of a couple curveballs. You're late on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. That's pitching. That's the thing that's been so impressive about Noah Syndergaard this season. The pitchability he has.
He's had to work here in the second, had 17 pitches in the first inning. Coming up on pitch number 39 here. He has Zunino 1-2. Looking to strike out the side.
And that one stayed upstairs. That's one of those mistake pitches to Zunino. He will chase either a curveball or slider out of the strike zone, but in the zone, he's got some power. He's always been that low batting average guy, but he can drive a ball a long way if you make a mistake. So here's a good opportunity to remember what you did wrong on that pitch before and then make that adjustment for Syndergaard.
Here's the 1-2. Count runs 2-2. Margot at third, Kiermaier at second. Angels shift on the left side of the infield for Zunino. Ground ball. Jared Walsh is there, 3 unassisted. Noah Syndergaard got himself in a little bit of trouble. Second and third, no out, no problem. No runs come in, and we have no score. For Noah Syndergaard, Matt Wise comes over. Gooby has a chat with him about what went down, but you got runners at first and second. You got the double steal, the overturn, and then 2 strikeouts and a hard ground out to get out.
I think it's the first thing they said is a little bit of movement that front shoulder on, maybe on his slider, even a couple curveballs, but just the adjustment he made, and you know how competitive he is. A lot of times you're trying to prevent a big inning. He goes, once he got the 2 strikes, he made some really good pitches, and he mixed and matched to be able to get those 3 outs. And even that ball that Zunino hit on the ground, hit it hard, was a fastball away. Good spot.
Yesterday's hero, Anthony Rendon. First pitch swinging, ground ball. Wander Franco throws him out for the first out here in the bottom of the second inning.
Boy, the one thing you want to see from the offensive side, even right now you see Jared Walsh taking his time to get in the batter's box. After a tough inning like that where you expend a lot of energy, and Syndergaard's in great shape, but you want to have somewhat of a long half inning. You'd love to see some runs, but at the very least, give him a little bit of a breather.
A little rope-a-dope maybe for Jared Walsh. You're right, first pitch swinging there for Rendon. That was a long inning for Syndergaard. Jeffrey Springs back out there for the second inning. His ERA is minuscule, coming in 0.69. This is his 10th game of the season, second start. Walsh drives it to center field, and in comes Kevin Kiermaier. It's just unreal how good he is.
Yeah, he covers a lot of ground. He plays a very deep center field, and the reason why you're looking at home and seeing he plays deep because he's much more comfortable coming in on the baseball than he is sometimes going back on the baseball. So he covers a ton of ground. See how deep he's playing, and he comes in on the baseball exceptionally well and slides in there. There's a reason why he's been a platinum glove winner in baseball. Keeps his eyes on the ball and his head still on the slide in there, and an excellent defender in center.
It's always in the running for that Gold Glove. Here comes Jack Mayfield. 2 quick outs here in the second. We saw Mayfield get a start in left field in front of the monster in Boston, and now he is in right field here at the Big A. Taylor Ward, that's a little hamstring tightness. It's his bat that gets him in the lineup. He was working on his glove. Gooby just It's his second glove. He's tying all kinds of knots in it. Joe Maddon came over and he was fired up for him to get out there. Has a great attitude every single day. Ground ball could be a tough play for Yandy Diaz, but cover some ground. 1, 2, 3. That's a quick second inning. Noah Syndergaard back out there quick himself to the third.
It in Arozarena with a strikeout, then a backdoor curveball against Phillips, and then a fastball away. Elevated, gets a ground ball ready to Garrett Walsh to get through that inning. That was very important to be able to put up a 0, especially the way they've been playing the Rays. Take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. What he throws and what's been successful. The sinker, extremely successful. 0.97 batting average. That's been a big pitch. One of the toughest pitches in the game for a sinker to have that batting average in a sport where you're seeing a lot of guys trying to lift that sinker. It's been very effective.
So, Mark, 24 pitches in that second, but that was a high-stress inning for Noah Syndergaard. But Angels go 1, 2, 3. It's about 5 minutes total rest time for Noah Syndergaard. And as a guy that's been in those situations before, how tough is that?
Well, the thing is, your mindset is, let me get a quick first out, and then I'm going to be okay. But he's in such great shape. He knows his lower part of his body, his legs are strong. He just needs a quick inning here.
Leading off this third, Brandon Lowe.
But the thing is, he was out there throwing warm-up pitches before anybody even came close to stepping out of the dugout for the Angels. He already threw 2 pitches, so he's ready to roll no matter what.
Ahead of Lowe here, 1-2. No score here, top of the third. Line drive, Velasquez in the shift. And there's that quick out, Mark. Good to see, 1 down.
Well, Hyundai key for the game today, going a little Richie Blackmore's rainbow. Man on the Silver Mountain, and that is Noah Syndergaard. The man, they know this Rays team. They play good defense. They pitch well, so he's going to be the key to winning this game. The man on the Silver Mountain.
Like it. He wields that hammer, as does this man with the bat. Young man, just 21 years old. Finished third in the AL Rookie of the Year voting to his teammate, Arozarena. Wander Franco.
By the way, nice pitch on a changeup, taking the sting off the bat to Brandon Lowe. Get him out in front, ground ball to the infield. Never know who's playing short or second, but you can count on Velasquez being everywhere.
Everywhere. He was so excited to talk about that behind the back 12-foot flip to Tyler Wade. It was number 2 in top 10 plays of the week. That fired him up. His phone absolutely exploding from his family. It was just a great play, and only 1 run came in that inning, and they won the game by 1. So that shows you how good his defense is, and it's been so key. Squid, Erica Wesson had a long interview with him this afternoon. That's going to run in an upcoming Angels Weekly. You want to stay tuned for that. 2-1 to Franco. 2-2.
Staying strong with his changeup against Franco. He's a very good fastball hitter. See that, a little frustrated. And that's what you want. You want to see a hitter a little frustrated, shaking his head.
21 years old, and he got himself an 11-year, $182 million contract. Could go north of 223 with incentives. He drives that one center field. Mike Trout on his horse, going back to the track, and that one's off the base of the wall. It's going to be a stand-up double. Marsh throws it in. And Franco picking up the double. That's his 9th on the season.
Baseball had some pretty good carry to it. Give him another changeup. That got flat. You see his release out of the baseball out of the hand was flat. And Trout tried to run that down. He got a real good jump on it. That was similar to the spot where Ohtani hit the tying 2-run double yesterday.
Real close.
Good effort by Trout. He had to go a long, long way. Got to keep your eye on Franco. Vary your look back to second. We've already seen him steal third once already in the game.
Yeah, they are aggressive on the base pass. So Yandy Diaz, who singled in the first. Great numbers in his career against the Halos. The Rays, they swept a 4-game series here last year. They won the season series 6-1. Second in Rays history to Joe Maddon, 754.
will have to be a timing type play where you get your sign, look back at the infielder, that would be Tyler Wade, and then look towards home. And as soon as the infielder sees the back of your head as a pitcher, you spin around and throw. The timing play.
Gets the call, 1-1. Paints the outside of the corner, right on the black. 95 with the sinkers, 1-1. There's that step off, Gooby.
So now you have an opportunity. I feel that you can have that move where you just get your sign, look back at your infielder, that's Tyler Wade, and then look towards home and spin around and throw. And at that point, your infielder is right at the bag.
Working with a new catcher with a runner on second base, also changing signs. It's got to be a challenge. Maybe more for Syndergaard than Wallach. Or is it the other way around? Who has more difficulty, the catcher working with a new pitcher or the pitcher working with a new catcher?
I think it's hard for both, really, especially for the catcher. You don't really know movement on certain pitches. And what you're, in a stressful moment, what does your pitcher go with? And you could tell that Noah Syndergaard is a guy that wants to sign and go. Doesn't want to waste time. He wants to be very quick.
Here's the 1-2. Dropped it in there, and he got him looking. Strikeout number 5 for Thor.
Locked him with a back-up breaking ball. A guy that makes such good contact, uses the whole field exceptionally well. This is backed up on. This is supposed to be down and away. It backed up and got the inside corner. Nice job by John Tumpane behind the plate. Stayed with it, and it was a strike. It's a good punch-out sign, by the way.
Really good. You could see how he had his eyes on it. And calls him out looking. Brings up Ji-Man Choi. Oh, swing and a miss. His curveball's been pretty effective in throwing it more than usual.
Especially with the left-handers in this lineup for the Rays.
And gets the call on the fastball, 0-2. G-Man very, very selective at the plate.
He's not swinging at the first pitch all that much. And he's very selective, has a real good idea of the strike zone. But because there's a man at second, not at third, you have that capability now to bounce a breaking ball. See if you get him to chase up. He doesn't do it often, but you have a shot at it now.
Syndergaard already with 5 strikeouts and 2 2/3. He bounces the breaking ball. Wallach with the stop.
Really been impressed with Chad Wallach so far.
Really impressed. Great first name too, by the way.
Oh, outstanding.
His dad, legend Tim Wallach, here in attendance with his mom. Chad's brother Matt. We're talking Cal State Fullerton Titan legends, the entire family. Here's the 1-2.
Well, he's used his changeup quite a bit too. He's had some pretty good movement. That's a good changeup. It had movement, but you have a hitter that doesn't chase a lot. A lot of other left-handed batters would probably go after that.
No score, but the Rays have put the pressure on Syndergaard. The 2-2 to Choi. Drives that one. Right center field, Mike Trout going back on it. Catches it just before the track. Noah Syndergaard walks off after pitching his 3rd scoreless inning. Angels coming up. Been entertaining with Noah Syndergaard here with good.
Yeah, he's got it going there. He's got the hammer, whack, whack, whack.
Right over the head. It's been stressful, but he's gotten out of it.
You know what? He's so competitive, and the thing is, he's cerebral. He knows exactly what he needs to throw to get outs. Even though with second and third there are no outs, he still made some quality pitches. Fastball in, curveball, fastball away. I didn't get you there, did I, Patrick?
No, but I felt the breeze of the hammer. Tyler Wade leading off here for the Angels. How about that bunt that he laid down with 2 strikes yesterday with his mom and dad watching on Mother's Day? He said, yeah, I got to do that a little bit more.
Boy, Diaz is almost playing right inside the dirt.
Yes.
By the batter's box. He's way in.
Backed up. Just
Going back now with 2 strikes.
Exactly.
You mentioned that yesterday. Especially with a lefty on the mound.
He wouldn't dare.
I like that, just trying to
Yeah.
punch the ball that way. Because you know the Rays were aware of that. They saw the highlights. They know the scouting report on Tyler Wade. He's such a good bunter that even with 2 strikes, he's comfortable putting that ball on the ground and forcing a defense to make a play.
Little ground ball. In on it. Lau over to Choi. 1 away for the speedy Tyler Wade. You see those green ribbons that both teams are wearing. This is in honor of a Mental Health Awareness Month. And the Rays will be doing this all month long. So the 2 teams got together, partnered up, and the idea behind it is emerging from the COVID pandemic. Changes in our daily routines can bring stress. You can check out angels.ocnavigator.org. Go there to explore how you can build your healthiest self, but appreciate the awareness being raised by both teams here.
Yeah, it's great.
So here's Chad Wallach making his Angels debut. First plate appearance as a Halo.
Working hard behind the plate already today.
Yeah.
Doing a nice job. First time catching Syndergaard in a game. You can simulate, throwing bullpen sessions and things like that, but in a game, it's a different environment.
2-0 here. You'd have to think that Wally's going to be swinging if it's in his zone. He's got power. He's been in the Marlins organization for a number of years. He's been at AAA. He's been on the taxi squad. Had a pretty good spring.
Boy, really sold that changeup, his arm motion. We could see it from all the way up here, but when you're on the field as a hitter, you can't see that because he was real quick, and then he just turned that over, the circle changeup.
And just like that, 2-2.
He's not afraid to throw back-to-back-to-back changeup. That's already back-to-back. That's that's a Patrick Sandoval type feel on a changeup because he'll do the same thing.
He's trying to go like Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, back-to-back-to-back situation right here.
See if he can hang one over the plate, though. He did. He just tried to make a perfect pitch.
Yep.
Sometimes you get caught up in that as a pitcher. Third time you're going to throw the exact same pitch. I have to make a perfect pitch. Well, you don't have to. You had already made 2 really good ones, but you try to force it. And that was well out of the strike zone.
He's not going 4 for 4, is he? Full count to Chad Wallach, 1 down, bottom of the 3rd. Fastball. Wallach just stays alive.
So far this year, Springs, 43% changeup usage. Syndergaard just keeps moving
he
around.
Doesn't even want to sit down and rest. Got his glove on. It's only 1 away. Well, 2 away. Wallach strikes out. It's the 3rd strikeout for Springs.
Remember Baltimore, and I'm sure going through scouting reports, the Baltimore Orioles pitchers threw a lot of really good changeups against the Angels and a lot of swing and misses. You're seeing some pretty good changeups by Springs today, getting some swing and misses. Bottom line is you have to think middle of the field against a changeup. You have to. It's such a tough pitch to make solid contact with.
Here's the switch hitter, Andrew Velasquez. We talked about it yesterday with David Fletcher on the IL. Still haven't seen Matt Duffy in a little bit. Velasquez is going to be pretty much in the lineup every day because of how good he is defensively. Changeup is on point here for Springs. 0-2.
So he's got 33 pitches thrown so far, and he's thrown 11 changeups now. That's a third of his pitches, changeups. That's a better approach on a changeup. Good swing by Andrew Velasquez. He was trying to run that one up the right center field gap.
You know, the second that a hitter starts looking for the changeup, it's not going to get it.
But he's not overpowering enough where you can't make that quick adjustment on a fastball, too. See there, that 91. He's trying to elevate it, trying to get you to chase out of the strike zone. You have a better chance of getting a swing and miss there. But if it's in the zone with a fastball, you can make that adjustment.
And that's another strikeout for Springs. I'm not sure he knew there were 3 out. He wants to stay out there. We're through 3. It's been very, very effective here so far, but pitch count is up. Next pitch will be number 60, and this is Manuel Margot. Very dangerous hitter. He's homered in 3 straight games.
Well, he is so good late in clutch situations. You want to make sure you have a comfortable lead when he comes to the plate later on in the game. He's been so good for the Rays this year.
AL Player of the Week already, 1 for 1 in the game.
It's a good power sinker, slider sinker for Syndergaard.
He's varying his speeds.
Yeah, that sinker at 91, you think, okay, he's generally a 99-mile-an-hour fastball guy in the past, but that had great movement to it. That's by design, to get a swing over top or a pull foul ball to set up the next pitch. Looks like Chad Wallach was thinking 4-seam fastball away. Went to a curveball. Got to bounce it.
Oh, it looked like it caught the zone. Doesn't get the call. That's a hot hitter getting the benefit of the doubt.
The target being set low, and sometimes you don't get that, but that definitely got the upper part of the strike zone.
1-2. So 2-2, and that misses upstairs. The ground ball to Velasquez, and retires the tough Margot. Mark, 2 days ago, I went into the Angels clubhouse and I saw Noah. Haven't had a chance to talk to him that much, and I just said hi and introduced myself again, and he looked at me and his eyes were red, and I was kind of stunned.
Red eyes.
He said, you know, you see his red eyes. I saw that in spring. The Angels social media team did so much fabulous work in spring training, and I was stunned. I didn't know what to say. So I just brought up the Vans that Michael Lorenzen's, his buddy wears. But, Erica Weston had the guts to ask him about it. Erica, what did you get?
Yeah, I actually saw him the other day coming down to the dugout. They are contacts. They looked like it was like a glare in his eyes, but they are actually contacts, and they serve the purpose as if they were sunglasses. And in fact, he's not the only member of the Angels to have worn them this season. Jose Rojas was sporting them during spring training as well. And you can see they look very red there, but those are in fact contact lenses. I asked him if he thought about pitching in them. He said not really. It makes everything a little bit yellow. And then I asked him, if it serves any other purpose. He said maybe try to intimidate the hitters, but I don't think he needs any help in that.
Yeah, or the reporters, for that matter.
He doesn't need that either.
1-2, Kiermaier flicks that out to left field. Marsh is there.
Love that soft contact on an off-speed pitch changeup. By the way, I still remember what Mike Trout said about Noah Syndergaard in spring training. He goes, that's the largest human being I've ever seen. So you don't really need contacts to intimidate anybody.
Yeah, I was taken aback for sure. But as Joe Madden has pointed out, I mean, he is incredibly intelligent. He's a cerebral guy, has a book club. Erica pointed that out to me. So 2 down here for Randy Arozarena.
Maybe if I get the cliff notes, I can join
Yep. Tell me how it goes.
Yes.
If it's about baseball, I'll read it. Rosarena drives that right field. That's hit well, going back, and that one is gone. It's 1-0 Rays.
For a team that scores a lot of runs via the home run, that's just his first home run of the season.
That's right.
And remember a couple years ago in that run to the World Series, he had some fantastic power numbers.
Some serious opposite field power. And
Just out over the plate.
Yeah. Did he give a little peck on the cheek to his teammate Brett Phillips?
That ball was 108 miles per hour exit velocity. You could do that.
Yeah. I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I was just thought it was an interesting way. You see a lot of different greetings. There's a new one off the side of the helmet, however. All right, so that home run breaks the scoreless tie here.
Well, you were just looking for that clean 1-2-3 inning. It's been a battle throughout. For Syndergaard.
2 quick outs. Thought we were headed that direction.
Brett Phillips is actually happy about that ground out.
Yeah.
Because he had struck out 9 times in a row. The record is 10 straight. That ground ball out, he's actually happy for contact.
I guess you're right. I would be too. Yesterday, and this is Erica Wesson's interviewing the hero Anthony Rendon. Rendon dekes Brandon Marsh and Tyler Wade, and down goes Marsh right over the Powerade bucket. And Mark, this reminded us of, or you specifically, of the Undertaker.
The Undertaker is rising up. Cannot keep
Right.
the Undertaker down, nor can you keep Brandon Marsh down. Rises up after the fall for Captain Caveman.
So as Marsh steps in, I just have to ask, Erica, what was going through your mind? First off, great speed by you to get out of the way.
So I actually had to thank Jack Mayfield because I glanced to the corner of my eye and I saw him with the bucket of bubble gum ready to toss it, and I figured something else was happening behind me.
Yeah.
In fact, that was the case. But Brandon Marsh is still having a good laugh about it today. He said he talked to his mom, of course, Mother's Day. After the fact, he said, "Look, Mom, we made it, but maybe not in the way we had planned for."
Maybe the bubble gum threw off Marsh, and he, as if it was a banana peel. I know Blaine got a fantastic photo. Angels team photographer. A lot of speed getting down the line. High throw. Oh, and he's out.
That was a nice play. A couple plays already in this game for Brandon Lau at second base, showing the range. Knew he had to get rid of it quickly. A high throw, and Ji-Man Choi looked like he just got his foot down on the base. But off the bat, I'm thinking that's got a real good chance to be an infield hit. But got rid of it so quickly. Off balance throw, a little bit of a high throw, but got enough on it to get the out.
Yep, sure did.
So that's 2 solid plays by Lau today.
Marsh said he would try to do anything to get on base for this guy right here, Mike Trout. 1 away, 1-0 Rays.
I think it's going to be up for Trout. Just think, I'm going to hit a line drive right center. See if he can get some lift to it. Similar to the spot where
Sure.
Rosarena hit his baseball.
You take that. On the call. He didn't swing. That's a called strike. John Tumpane behind the plate. 1-1 to Mike Trout. Rays have a semi-shift on to the left side. Usual for Mike, don't see that very often. They tend to play him straight up. Or just hope for the best when you're playing against this guy. 2-1 from Springs.
That's a good swing for Trout. He got a fastball now. He's surprised if he got another one unless he tried to elevate it. Remember, got Trout to chase something out of the zone, a changeup. Last time up.
As you mentioned, that fastball, low 90s. Mike's quick enough to react. Maybe sit change, off speed. It's a ground ball base hit through the middle.
And he did a nice job. He tracked the fastball down, gets a changeup down, gets a base hit. Shohei Ohtani coming to the plate. Let's take a look at our Frontier play sense for Shohei Ohtani. And how quick he was able to score. Anthony Rendon squares up that baseball. Robles in center field, brought in by David Martinez to be able to have him out defensively. He makes a great throw, one-hop throw right to the plate, but Shohei gets home from second in 6.85 seconds. That is cruising. He cuts that corner of the base so well. Him and Mike Trout are the two best I've ever seen. And I still remember, though, that's a guy 3 days ago had 29 swinging misses on the mound at Fenway Park, running like that.
Ohtani pops it up.
That's going to be a tough play. Nobody sees it.
And it drops. Completely lost it. Kiermaier never saw it. Phillips came in late. Franco was running out there. He didn't have a chance. Unusual.
Yeah, this time of the night, sometimes an outfielder will lose it in the sky. Even though you think of always sun is an issue, but that when the sun is set, it's sometimes difficult to hit. You can see right away, Kiermaier has no idea. And then, of course, you're trying to make an adjustment. Franco to be able to go back and cover as much as possible. Brett Phillips is flying in from right to try to dive, and Trout, that's good base running there. Trout, secondary lead, able to get close enough. He knows he's going to get back if it's caught. That's perfect. You got to take advantage of this. A break. Right guy up there, Anthony Rendon, but you could tell right away he did not see that baseball. Phillips tried to cover a ton of ground, could not do it.
So here's Rendon, first and second, one down. I wasn't going to put it past Kiermaier for some sort of deke of some kind to Trout. Is for him not to see it was a bit of a shock. You're right, especially at this time of night. But Angels catch a break. Two quickly to Anthony.
Rendon's one of the best in the game on off-speed pitches. So you would think this would be a pretty good at bat for him. His OPS on non-fastballs 1,017. So you think a good matchup.
Good take, 1-2. Well, you have two of the fastest guys in the game on the bases. And you got Tony Two Bags at the plate. See if he gets something off speed that he can drive to the gap. Halos could take a lead. That's line to left field. Coming in on it is Manuel Margot.
He almost lost that in the bank of lights sometimes when it hit on the line like that.
That's right.
He came sliding in. That was a pretty good play. Because you're sliding in and hope that baseball is in that same line as you're running in.
He may have lost it right at the last second. So two down.
One thing about the Rays, when you're playing them, they don't make a lot of mistakes. They pitch well, they defend well, and they're opportunistic as far as the home run ball, and that's why they're up 1-0 right now.
These two teams nearly identical. Records, numbers, metrics, managers.
By the way, if Margot is not playing a shallow left field, he doesn't make that play. He plays shallow in left field.
So 0-1 to Jared Walsh.
Wow. Got a break on that one.
Yep. Just kind of waiting to see what John Tumpaine's going to call back there.
That's a pitch. If Walsh gets again, he can make good contact and hit that ball pretty far to left field, left center. challenge that shallow left field playing by Margot.
He's had good numbers this season against lefties.
Bullpen action now for the Rays.
Again, this is only the 4th career start for Springs. 3 1/3 last time out. You'd expect this would be it for him. See if Walsh can make him pay here. 2-1 pitch, 1st and 2nd. He had his pitch, missed it. 2-2.
Walsh has been real good when he's got 2 strikes, especially lately against lefties, just punching that ball in the outfield. 2-1 count, you have a chance to try to drive the ball out of the ballpark. Now your approach changes. Mayfield on deck.
Jared Walsh drives that one to center field. Back on it is Kiermaier. It's gone! 3-run home run, Jared Walsh. Halos take a 3-1 lead.
Boy, life's been good lately for Walshy against left-handed pitching. 3-run home run. Somewhere, somehow, Earl Weaver saying the best play in baseball, the 3-run home run, and Walshy going yard. Halos up 3-1.
Giddy up. That cowboy hat has a new look right now. There are stickers on that hat to represent each homer hit.
Patrick, look how good he keeps his head down on that baseball against the lefty. He just kept his head down, and he knew it. Just a little courtesy, little bat flip. Long way to center field. The batter's eye.
Taylor Ward was right there with that hat.
So there's some stickers on that hat now, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Erica pointed that out to us earlier. A la the stickers on the helmets of
Ohio State, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's now 37 stickers.
Charlie goes, dead center.
Mayfield tries to go the other way, trying to beat G-Man Choi to the bag, unable to do it. That's the 3rd out. Jared Walsh, awful lefty, absolutely mashes. His 6th home run. He's got 22 ribbies, and he gives his team a 3-1 lead. Jared Walsh, and he'll do damage, coming in hitting .345, slugging .586. But Mark, against the Rays, he had 0 home runs, 17 strikeouts, hitting just .121. You can throw those numbers right out the window.
Boy, for a team that both rely so much on the home run ball, as far as runs scored, the Rays 44.3% of the runs scored via home run. The Angels 42.9% all the runs via the home run today.
Noah Syndergaard back out there now with the lead. Pitching here in the top of the 5th inning to Mike Zunino, has him 0-2. Syndergaard has gone at least 5 innings in each of his starts, but that's a line drive base hit to lead off this 5th inning by Zunino.
And that's one of those 0-2 pitches that got too much to the plate. Mention that the numbers 0-2 against Syndergaard this year now. 5 for 10 when put in play 0-2. I mean, he had a chance to get Zunino the chase well out of the strike zone on that one, but got a little bit more of the plate than he wanted. I love attacking the strike zone 0-2. But you got to make sure it's one of those pitches about a half a baseball off the corner or just below. He's going to be swinging first pitch, see if he can get a ground ball double play out of it.
Brandon Lau. 3rd ball misses, 1-0. Perfect pitch to induce a ground ball. For you, I imagine, the sinker beats something into the ground.
Or a changeup, solid too for Syndergaard.
Shift on for Lau. Counts 1-1. He also You're careful of the runner. Right now, though, let's give you a quick word from Hyundai.
It's your journey. Own it in the Hyundai Santa Fe.
Yes. 3-1, Angels leading the Rays, top of the 5th. Fastball gets past Lau, 1-2 now. Very dangerous, the young and talented Wander Franco on deck.
As much as you love a strikeout, you'll take a ground ball double play.
Yeah.
More than that. Well, you want to see a shutdown inning here from Noah Syndergaard. He's a guy that's competed at the highest level for a long, long period of time. He knows the importance of that shutdown inning after his offense gets him a lead.
Oh, that's a beautiful pitch. The changeup gets Lau, 1 down.
Well, he's throwing his changeup harder. Between his sinker and his changeup, it's been really solid with that downward action.
6 strikeouts for Thor. And ties a season high. Here's Wander Franco, 1 for 2 with a double, and he's going to beat the shift. And flares a single into left field. So first and second, 1 away.
Especially on a guy that swings at the first pitch a lot and successfully swings at the first pitch a lot. It was upstairs. Brought his hands in enough to make contact. Second hit in a row for Franco.
6th hit in the game for the Rays. Off Syndergaard. Yandy Diaz. 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. It's a pop-up right field. Jack Mayfield is there.
Well, this Rays team swings a lot. The first pitch a lot.
It's nice for Jack to get a nice, easy fly ball, though.
Just to get it, just get involved.
It shows you the value, the versatility of some of the players on his team, similar to Tyler Wade. He can play the outfield as well. Jack Mayfield, infield, outfield. Heck, we've even seen Kurt Suzuki at first base. So 2 down. Here's Ji-Man Choi. With Margot on deck. This is a big batter right here. Much rather see him leading off the 6th.
It's the time now as an infielder, you're knocking down anything on the ground. You're just giving body up to keep that in the infield. There's a lot of room to cover on that left side for Rendon.
Zunino at second base. Franco at first. Wallach makes a good save on that changeup.
Well, that had some movement to it. That was almost like a splitter.
Got to think Ji-Man Choi is going to be swinging at this. Imagine you got to throw him a strike, right?
For a guy that doesn't swing and pitches out of the strike zone, Patrick, he's a tough one. Because you think, okay, it's an RBI scenario. You're hitting 4th in a lineup. You have a tendency to expand your strike zone because you want to be a run producer. But Ji-Man Choi still doesn't expand the strike zone and chase. That's the thing that makes it tough.
Well, the former Angel stands in the way of Syndergaard getting out of this one. He's had some stressful innings. Here's another one.
Oh, good pitch. That's got the break on that one.
He's got some movement on that changeup for sure.
That's a pretty good idea of your eye at the plate. I mean, you don't even go after that. That's about a half a baseball off the corner. You're in a a count where you're looking for a pitch in the zone. It was just off the plate.
Two on, two out, 2-2.
We go through a series of signs again. Make sure they're on the right page. It's a big pitch. You get through this inning, you're feeling pretty good about your chances. This is a big, big at bat for Syndergaard and the Angels.
Here's the 2-2. Ground ball. Velasquez, make that Tyler Wade. No problem. Thor gets out of it. Every inning, he's dealing with traffic, but he gets through 5, leading 3-1. Kevin Cash, Joe Maddon just hiding as we take a look at our Charmin Ultra Strong stats. These two teams very similar in the results. Rays 18-11. Angels 19-11. The runs almost identical. Starters ERA nearly the same. Rays better in the bullpen as far as, you know, reliever ERA. Fielding percentage exactly the same.
It's incredible.
It is amazing. And Cash in his 8th season, back-to-back Manager of the Year awards, 2nd in franchise history in wins to Joe Maddon. And I think whenever they drop the devil from the name Rays, they have completely turned their team around.
Oh, you look at even the records, the two teams, 18-11, 19-11.
New pitcher is Jalen Beeks. And against lefties, he has been lights out this year. Left-handers 0 for 8.
His fastball is 92-95. Will throw a curveball, a cutter, changeup.
Tyler Wade behind 0-2 now. Man, what a job by Syndergaard to get out of that inning and strand Margot in the on-deck circle. A 3-run home run from Jared Walsh. Just one solo shot. That's it against Thor.
I think you always got to keep in mind, Patrick, when a pitcher like Noah Syndergaard's coming back. He hadn't really pitched competitively for almost 2 seasons and 2 innings last year. There's ups and downs as far as your stuff. It's how you pitch and use all your pitches to be successful. He's done that today. It's been a battle, but he's used all his pitches. So he allowed 1 run on 6 hits. And eventually he's going to feel strong where he's going to have that giddy up on his fastball, upper 90s. But right now he's using his changeup, his sinker. He's mixing some good backdoor curveballs. Slider's been effective at times.
1-2 to Wade. Chases, goes down swinging, out number 1. Well, Syndergaard is in line for his 50th career victory. He's completed 5 innings.
29% changeup usage today for Syndergaard.
How does that compare to his previous 4 starts?
I mean, when you look at his numbers so far this season, he's around 20-24%. So it's a very, very effective pitch for him. To back it up with his sinker makes it even better, because as a hitter, you're tracking that lower third, but that's a difference between 94, 95, and then 87, 88.
Halos enter play today. Half-game lead over the Astros. Idle today. They've won 7 in a row.
By the way, how would you like to be a pitching coach or a manager thinking about taking Noah Syndergaard ever out of a game?
How did a pitching coach or manager feel about trying to take you out of a game?
That didn't work out all that well. And I at times I felt pretty embarrassed the way I was. But that's the way it was.
That's the way you want to be. I'm sure that's what the fans loved about you there all those years. World Series champ, Bud. 2 All-Stars. Noah Syndergaard is a star in this game. And he's pitched under the bright lights in the Big Apple.
Won a World Series game in 15 for the Mets. And when you pitch competitively for a New York team, you know there's a lot of the spotlights on you. So you have to be competitive. You have to be on the edge. You have to know that you want to be out there all the time. And you can tell that's Noah Syndergaard.
1-2 to Wallach. Stays alive. And there was a tone that Noah Syndergaard sets, right? I mean, this is his first year with the team. And this is only the second time in Mike Trout's tenure with the Angels that the team has been over 530 games into a season.
And I firmly believe the reason why this pitching staff is thrown well is because they're watching what Noah Syndergaard does every time he's on the mound and what he does in between starts. How competitive, how quick he's running out to the mound. And knowing he's still in the game, he's moving all over the place still.
He's got his glove. He's ready to run out there. Take the ball again for the 6th. The Angels' bottom half of their lineup here can add on.
It's a good at bat.
Yeah.
Really solid at bat working so far for Chad.
Your son, by the way, when he heard you say that, he just turned around. What did I do? What?
Eat your vegetables. Hurry up. Do your homework. Eat your vegetables.
Okay, he's a grown man now. You don't. 3-2, popped up. Brett Phillips is under that one. Out number 2. Brings up Andrew Velasquez. His defense helped save that game yesterday. Saw Luis Renifo also this afternoon. Let's not forget about that at bat to draw that walk. Just called up. Pinch hit. Walk. That was pretty special.
Yeah, really, in that game yesterday, a couple walks was the key. Stassi got a walk, and then Renifo in the 9th.
He's just got great energy. This whole team has a really good vibe working right now. And long conversations with a bunch of these players. And he said, longtime Angels. Taylor Ward's been around for a bit. He said he hasn't seen it. This is it. This year feels different, feels special, and they're in first place. But you know the Astros are going to stick around. He's got to keep playing winning baseball. 19 wins, first 30 games. Two and 2 to the switch hitter Velasquez. 2 down, bottom of the 5th, 3-1 Halos. He strikes out, and that ends the bottom of the 5th inning. We go to the 6th. I guarantee you Noah Syndergaard's already on his way out to the mound.
Throughout this entire game, using all his different pitches. Going to fastball upstairs. Fastball away against Ji-Man Choi that runs out one in, 92. Rosarena, then his changeup, his curveball. The usage of all his pitches, especially his changeup today, has been excellent. When he needed to make the pitch, he has so far forward.
Look at that, 6 strikeouts, 5 different pitches, and he's back out there. This is a big batter here. Margot, AL Player of the Week. The thing about Syndergaard that's interesting, his whiff, his K percentage is only 15%. Now, when he was, pre-Tommy John, he'd be at like 25 to 29. But his whip percentage, Mark, is way down also. That, to your point, he's using all these different pitches, and he's pitching as opposed to just blowing guys away.
Yeah, because now he has the capabilities of getting soft contact with his sinker and his changeup on the ground.
Margot is just on a tear right now. He really is a feared hitter in this game. It's his 2nd hit. At least it stayed in the yard.
Now you got to be leery of a potential bunt scenario where not for a square round for bunt for a hit. Kiermaier runs really, really well.
Well, back in that first inning, you had Margot lead off with that single and then a walk to Kiermaier, and then they both had a double steal, and somehow, Syndergaard was able to get out of that. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. He went strikeout, strikeout.
Here's the time, Patrick, you do that, hold it, step off, and then you throw over the first base. He was going. He stopped.
Ryan Tepera up in the Angels bullpen. And he dekes again, goes and stops.
You know what? He did a great job holding the baseball. Bob Boone, one of the all-time great catchers for the Angels, once told me with Ricky Henderson, the best way to stop a running game is hold the ball because it messes up their timing. And he didn't go because his timing was messed up holding on, because you get a little antsy, you start to move, and you don't feel like you're getting a good jump holding the baseball.
And then you throw over. So I think the message has gotten, you know, through from be it Matt Wise to Noah Syndergaard to find a way to, you know, handle this running game. The percentage is just way too high. Successful stolen bases against.
I think he's going right now.
He is off and running, a swing and a miss. The throw down from Wallach is a good one. It was on the money.
They're looking. They both, Velasquez and Wade, both pointed in right away to the dugout. That was a great throw. Wow, was that a great throw.
It like right where the hand meets the bag and the glove. I'm going to take a look at it to see if we'll see a challenge. Hit the thumbs up. We might be seeing a challenge here.
Yep. Well, you talk about a pop time. That is an excellent pop time on the bag.
Now remember, Margot stole third base earlier, was called out, and that was overturned. So another challenge, this time coming from the Angels.
LA is challenging the safe call at second base.
Did he get that elbow just before the hand? That's a better view. It looked like he got him right on the forearm just before touching the base.
Tough to overturn just because the ruling on the field was safe. Man, what a great throw from Chad Wallach. Angels debut here tonight.
Another view. Good scoop, quick tag. Very, very close. It could be one of those scenarios where you hear call stands. But the amazing thing is right away, Velasquez, there you see, you feel he got him on the forearm.
Can't see the bag from that view. See the bag there, but you can't see the tip of his oven mitt.
But he gets the forearm before it goes to the hand. That's the thing.
I agree. For sure, I was wrong on the earlier call. A little gun shy now.
But what a throw. And you always feel the longer it takes, the more it's going to be stands.
The call on the field stands. The runner is safe. LA loses their challenge.
And you know, Gooby, of course, that if the call from the second base umpire, Marvin Hudson, would have been out, they could have tried to challenge on the Rays side and call would have stood. Right?
Yeah,
it's just,
definitely.
It's just one of those things that he's just not enough to overturn, but they want to check on Margot here.
Yeah, he went over to third base. I don't think that wrist feels real good because slide in and sometimes you jam it into the base. It looks like Cash is not even going to waste any time. Although Margot's trying to talk himself into the game. Stay in the game, I should say.
Looked like he was stumbling on his way to the bag.
It looks like he is coming out.
It's like he's walking a little gingerly.
I don't know if it was the hand or the stumble.
So the AL Player of the Week just announced today. He's been on fire, is being taken out of the game. Just the way he was running, just his steps.
Yeah, you know, it almost seems that it was the right leg. It wore a stiff, the leg going in. There it is right there,
yeah.
Grabbing it there because his leg was stiff as he's trying to push and get that last minute jump towards the base.
So you hope if you're, you know, of course, the Rays, that maybe that's just a cramp. And Margot has been removed from this game. Pinch runner is now in. Just to get loose quick.
Now you're looking to see if you can get a punch out here. You need a strikeout or keep him at second with 1 out.
So Taylor Walls now into second base. Pinch running for Margot, has to leave the game. One misses, now 2-2. That's a long wait for Syndergaard, for sure. Could be a benefit, though, this time of the game.
Let's go through the signs again. This is more than likely, my feeling is the last batter here for Noah Syndergaard. See if he can get that out and not allow the base runner to advance the third on and out.
96 pitch, misses. Barely. Kiermaier 0 for 1 with the walk. Here comes a 3-2. Oh, yes, he got him. That's a season high 7 strikeouts for Noah Syndergaard. Joe Maddon wastes no time, calls to the bullpen.
That's a good changeup. You know he's battled all the way through. It's not the pitch count. It's the stress and the pitch is thrown. He wants to stay in. That's Syndergaard. But that's a battle. That's a hard 97 pitches. And remember, he's still coming back from missing a long period of time.
And the crowd here at the Big A lets Noah Syndergaard what they thought of that performance here tonight. The Angels leading 3-1. We have a pitching change, and we'll be right back. Ohtani coming over and letting them know, Gooby.
That's 3 pretty good pitches right there, by the way. Sandoval, Syndergaard, Ohtani.
Only 1 earned run, 1 walk, 7 Ks, so one Texan's going to replace another. Ryan Tepera now in, but look at these additions to the Angels bullpen, and you know what, they've just been fantastic. That has been the strength of this 19-11 record.
Yeah, I mean, just to have that bridge to get to Raisel and Iglesias has been excellent. It's going to be a little longer bridge today, but solid effort by Noah Syndergaard today, and Ryan Tepera going to be a daddy here soon.
So Randy Arozarena steps in to face Ryan Tepera. The only run of this game is Arozarena's solo home run off Syndergaard in the 4th, his first of the year. So Taylor Walls replacing Manuel Margot. Would leave the game with an injury. Erica Weston is standing by with more. I know you had a chance to speak briefly with Ryan Tepera. Said thank you for your great report the other day, by the way.
Yeah, that was really nice of him to say. He said his family really appreciated that. But Joe Maddon just wanted to point out to us last night and earlier today the job that the bullpen did yesterday with Barria and Ortega, because it's set up today perfectly. You didn't have to get guys warmed up. You didn't have to use Tepera or Loop or Iglesias yesterday. So he said, you know, that's what winning teams have, a small deficit, being able to give you a chance to win. And now these guys are fresh for this tough series against the Rays.
And that's a great pitch right there, and Tepera ahead of Arozarena 1-2.
That's a great point, Erica, because when you're facing the Rays team, they don't give you many opportunities to score a run, so it's going to be a tight game. You need those high leverage guys ready. It was a nice job, Ortega and Barria doing such a solid effort in there and Barria picking up a W yesterday.
And that was 2 outstanding innings from Barria. Oh, and he gets him looking. Arozarena does not like it. But he gets rung up for the 2nd out.
That had some movement on it and a little bit below the strike zone, got the call. But credit Chad Wallach behind there. He just kept that glove. That's called presentation of a would-be strike.
Now here's Brett Phillips, who you pointed out before he grounded out in his last at bat, snapping a streak of 9 consecutive strikeouts. Drives that one. Fly ball, right field. Jack Mayfield, unfamiliar territory. That's okay. He retires the side. Noah Syndergaard. A tremendous 5 1/3 in his bullpen, and Tepera picks him up. Back to Shohei Ohtani hitting for the cycle. The 7th halo to do it. June 13, 2019. Gooby, I was there. You were working.
Yeah,
I was just kicking back.
That was so cool to see that. I mean, every day you just look at the stuff that Shohei Ohtani's done. This the joy he has playing the game, and some of the things he's accomplished already is just mind-boggling.
He'll be up 3rd this inning. It's Brandon Marsh leading off. Jalen Beeks back out there. We have some defensive replacements for the Rays. And Marsh behind 0-2. So we have ourselves a new left fielder. And Brett Phillips moves over from right to left to replace Margot. Brandon Lau now goes from second base to right field. And the new second baseman who replaced Margot as a pinch runner is Taylor Walls.
It's not unusual for a Rays team to have guys playing a number of different positions. Same thing for the Angels.
The 0-2 upstairs. Ryan Tepera, Mark, has been really, really good. And out of the bullpen, got the final 2 outs. Noah Syndergaard, 5 1/3. In line for his 50th career win. Get through. That's a lot of speed getting down the line. That's going to be a hit for Brandon Marsh.
Remember, he got robbed of a base hit by Brandon Lau. Last at bat, this time gets a base hit.
And luckily, Lau has moved to the outfield.
Ji-Man Choi tried to get to that baseball. That would have been real interesting, especially with a lefty on the mound. You kind of fall towards the third base side of the pitching mound, and it would have been a foot race going down even if he was able to field that quickly and get up. See that speed by Captain Caveman.
I think Marsh is going to beat Beeks to the bag.
29.6 feet per second. That's flying. Average 27 feet per second.
Mike Trout just spits at that fastball.
You just feel the Trout just wants to crush a baseball really soon. He just wants to crush one.
Something we'd all like to see. Oh, did you just call it? And he does! He leaves the yard! A 2-run home run! And with that home run, no man, no player has ever hit more at this stadium. Angel Stadium is 161st. He passes Tim Salmon. And more importantly, let's face it, he tacks on a couple and gives the Halos a 5-1 lead. Well, he crushed that baseball, Mark.
Did he ever? That was a rocket. And that's going to feel good, putting that cowboy hat on for Trout.
Let's add another sticker. Giddy up on that one.
111 miles per hour exit velocity. Wow. Just hoping everyone's all right in the stands on that one. That was a rocket.
Ohtani drives that one. Is he looking to go back-to-back with his buddy Mike Trout? He is! And that's his first home run here this year at the Big A. Let's go have a party. Do we have enough stickers in store for the cowboy hat? It's 6-1 Angels.
Well, you're talking about some exit velocity on back-to-back swings. Trout giving Shohei the hat.
That's a smile of relief for the reigning AL MVP.
The big thing, Patrick, he's been having that conscious effort to hit the ball that way. And we talked about it already. We even showed it in our Frontier Play Sense over the last few days, how he's staying back and driving the ball that way.
Back-to-back jacks for the Halos here. Here's Mike Trout. Oh man, the hands.
Balance, foot down, and strong short through the baseball.
And then a mere seconds later, Ohtani, left center. For Trout, he hits his 7th. For Ohtani, he hits his 5th and his first here at home.
Wow.
Woo. See if we could get a hat trick here with Anthony Rendon. By the way, that home run by Mike Trout ties George Brett in the all-time list as 317th. A former teammate for so many years.
By the way, George Brett is a gigantic Mike Trout fan. Gigantic. Loves the way he plays the game. Had many a conversation with George about Trouty.
It is 3,000th hit right here at the Big A. So much history.
Patty, I talked a little bit about it on the pregame show with Mark Langston and Ken French about, I saw Tim Leary, former Major League pitcher, very successful Major League pitcher. He said, he's buying, he had his son here at the game. He says, we bought a couple tickets for 20 games this year. He goes, because I get a chance to bring my son to watch Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani play, but I also love the energy that Noah Syndergaard brings and Michael Lorenzen. He said there's something about this team that makes you want, as a fan, to watch this ball club. And that's a Major League pitcher, a very successful one, saying that coming in their ballpark.
That's high praise from somebody that knows how it's done and the work that goes into it. Jared Walsh now steps up. He got this party started with a 3-run home run back in the 4th. Off a lefty, hitting over 300 versus lefties this year, Mark.
I just love that balance he has. He kept his head down on the baseball so well, and that's a long way. It's a cool night, dead center field, the batter's eye. He was trying to do it again.
So bases empty for Walsh. You see the batting average, how it changes when you get a runner on, but how about runners in scoring position? How it jumps. Average 345 and a slugging percentage 586. Takes strike one. 6-1 Angels. 3 homers here tonight. This is a Rays team that has had so much success, especially here. New season. Two strikes. Ball stays alive.
Boy, Zunino's been behind the plate for a lot of years. A tough competitor. That's a tough one.
Going to give him just a second to collect himself. Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, but the most home runs ever here at the stadium, 161.
Amazing. And all he needed was that one swing. Remember, he wasn't real comfortable in his first at bat. Next one, he swung at his fastball, missed it, and then he got a change up down, bam, base hit. Tracked it lower third, and then he got a fastball up there, and he crushed it.
Jared Walsh strikes out.
So it's great to, you knew at some point Trouty was going to get locked in. So often that description of Trout, the GOAT, and then you got the unicorn going back to back. So it's amazing when those two get locked in. And you know at some point they are going to get locked in. They're that good. But it's great to see Trout smiling, because now he's starting to see the ball well. Base hit, pitch low, home run, pitch up.
Mike Trout's part of a winning team here early in this season. He's tasted the playoffs back in 2014. The only thing that really matters to him is winning. Getting another chance to win it all. It's been a good group assembled here. First place team. Jack Mayfield, little tapper Mayfield is retired. Rendon goes to second.
Boy, the buzz in the crowd. It was wild just to hear that. From Trout's rocket, Shohei's opposite field. Incredible.
A lot of threats up and down this Angels lineup. They're getting it done here tonight without Taylor Ward. He's going to be good to go. Just has a little hamstring tightness. Get him back. There's no easy part of this lineup. Tyler Wade lifts that left field. Long run over. And Phillips is able to make that catch. He moved from right to left. And that'll do it, but not before some serious fireworks. Our Arco top-tier plays. Mike Trout, most home runs at Angel Stadium, a 2-run shot, and then his best bud, Shohei Ohtani, follows up with his first home run this season at the Big A, and it's a big lead for the Halos. Here to the Big A, get your red on with the Coca-Cola Angels Family Fun Pack. It's only $44. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 colas. For more info regarding the Coca-Cola Angels Family Fun Pack, visit angels.com/funpack.
And a lot of fun at the ballpark right now.
Mike Trout just going yard, and hey, making his Angels debut is Aaron Whitefield. He's now in right field, replacing Jack Mayfield. All about the fields. Now he's from Brisbane, Australia. Had a great chat with him. He did not start playing baseball until he was 18 years old. His mother's from Australia, his father from New Zealand. They played fast pitch softball. He played rugby and other sports growing up, and next thing you know, he was in the Twins organization. Cup of coffee with them, and now he's here.
Believe me, we have a ton of fans from Australia. They are so excited watching Angels baseball now, even more so. Fun to see.
Oh, Aaron has a tattoo of a kangaroo behind one ear, and then the symbol of New Zealand behind the other ear to represent both his mom and dad and his heritage. Really nice young man. He has tremendous speed plus defender. And he made his way here from Alabama yesterday, and he said, yeah, just the time for the walk-off celebration. It's the New Zealand tattoo. The other side is a kangaroo.
Nice pitch by Ryan Tepera. Not wasting pitches, finishing off as quick as possible. That's your goal, especially what we've seen out of the bullpen this season for the Halos. Not wasting pitches, finishing them off quick as possible. A tight slider.
Ryan Tepera has been absolutely locked in. He's been so good. Five and a third from Noah Syndergaard in line for the W. 3 home runs from the Halos. He battled, only allowed a solo shot from Arozarena. There's Brandon Lau. Top of the 7th, 6-1 Angels over the Rays in the first of a 3-game series. Nearly identical records. 19 wins for the Angels, 18 for Tampa. And they have had the Angels number over the years. Not tonight. It's 0-2. That will give you a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Pop my $5.99 classic and spicy 50-50 popcorn chicken combo. Order on the Jack app today.
Last batter is able to finish off in 3 pitches. He's thrown 10 pitches so far. Tepera, 9 strikes.
Man, he is just dealing. Down goes Lau.
Oh, what a changeup. Split finger change he throws. Again, there's no reason to completely waste a pitch. Splitter, change piece, style. Appears to be a strike, bottom drops. Punch out.
11 pitches, 10 strikes for Ryan Tepera. looking to build on some of that soon-to-be new dad strength. Here's Wander Franco. Double and a single so far in this game. He's 2 for 3. He's 21 years old. We just saw a young superstar in Juan Soto. Here's one in Wander Franco.
Amazing talent in this game now.
Angels overload the right side of the infield. Tepera gets the call. It's 1-1.
It's a little quick on his delivery on that splitter, but still it had some pretty good movement to it.
Decent crowd here for a Monday, trying to get the wave going. The 2-1 misses 3-1. Tell being a little careful with this young talent, Wander Franco.
Now as a pitcher, you're behind 3-1 on the count. You just got to trust that fastball down. Try to keep it away. He's got 2 hits already. Forced to hit the ball on the ground. If he finds a hole, that well, you're still doing your job of keeping the ball on the ground.
Line drive down the right field line. That's going to be the 3rd knock for Franco. Whitefield is over. Keeps him to a single. Wander Franco. Man, he is a special talent. That's why they locked him up for 11 years. He'll be in his early 30s, Mark, when he's a free agent. He'll have a couple $100 million in the bank.
When a young player comes up, all the hype, you wonder how he's going to succeed, especially with all the pressure. Well, you can see he's an amazing player already. Really solid defender at shortstop, a premium defensive position.
All right, so here's Yandy Diaz. The 2 down in the 7th. Angels 3 runs in the bottom of that 6th inning, and the 2 home runs back-to-back from Trout and Ohtani. Back-to-back pitches. And the Rays bullpen doesn't give up a lot past the 4th inning. You know, starting pitching in general, most of the damage has come 1 through 4. You got a good pitching staff.
Boy, that was a rocket by Trout. Nice play by a fan in the stands, too. That ball was a rocket.
Might have to get a look at that again.
Well, he's got to slow it down after all those strikes. Now he's fallen behind back-to-back batters. 3-1. Franco got a base hit. Now 3-0.
So you mentioned the nice play by the fan. Yes. Oh, come on.
Got the Cowboy and the Trout jersey.
Gotta be kidding me.
Yes.
That is awesome. The catch, and he's got the hat ready. He's got the prop already. He's like Mark Kuba's out there. And that's a special baseball he's holding, by the way. 161st home run here by Mike Trout at the Big A. And I guarantee you that young man's going to get himself an autographed baseball by Mike Trout. I wouldn't be surprised in some sort of exchange, or sign the Cowboy hat.
Yeah, it looks like pitching. How about that? Having the hat on and the jersey, and a home run by Trout.
Well, he had the hat just down by his side. We have a pitching change. That'll do it for Ryan Tepera. Joe Madden makes the move with 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the 7th. Angels with a 5-run lead. Check your Insta. It's blowing up. This is brought to you by Hyundai. To learn about Hyundai's advanced technology and award-winning safety, visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealers today. Buy Jack in the Box. Try Jack in the Box's popcorn chicken combo for $5.99. You get a classic, spicy, or 50-50. By the OC Healthcare Agency. Build your healthiest self at angels.ocnavigator.org. and by your Southern California Cadillac dealers.
Yes. What a play. So good.
Aaron Loup is now in. Pinch hitter for the Rays is Harold Ramirez. So 2 down. And a tremendous fan with that catch. I'm sure there's some super loopers that would love to see something strong here from Loup. We showed you the graphic earlier. Tepera, Loup, former teammates, drafted the same year. Jay's organization, best buds. Look out for this Angels club if they can get starting pitching, depth, and a strong bullpen.
Oh, turned that changeup over so well. He tried to do a backdoor cutter. Just a little bit off the outside part of play, followed up with a great changeup, a disappearing changeup. Big batter right here. Especially this Rays team, they will fight all the way to the end. You got to make sure you get this out with some traffic again.
Franco at second, Diaz after the walk is at first. Harold Ramirez, Cartagena, Colombia. Do you remember Romancing the Stone?
Yes.
And she was trying to get to Cartagena.
Yeah.
And then the bus broke down, and then Kirk Douglas, and then something happened. I don't know.
That was a good
No,
one.
I don't remember Jewel of the Nile.
I do too. I remember that one also.
Yeah.
So he's thrown 3 different pitches already in this sequence against Ramirez. Cutter, change, fastball. What's he throwing here? A non-strike more than likely.
Line drive, base hit, gets past the diving Velasquez. Franco's going to score. Diaz to third, first and third. It's now 6-2.
And that was a strike, a little bit more of the strike zone. I think that Aaron Loup wanted to throw that one. So he had a chance to try to get him to chase a non-strike. Got the strikes a little bit more. And that had that spin on it, a little bit similar to the Nelson Cruz one. Remember that had like a knuckleball. It went away from Velasquez because he has such great coverage. He's just trying to knock that ball down, keep it in the infield.
So pinch hit, RBI single for Ramirez. This brings up Taylor Walls. Remember, he replaced Manuel Margot when he left this game with injury. Taylor Walls, though, scuffling his last 16 at-bats, 8 strikeouts. Oh, and that gets past Tyler Wade. So surprising. Another run comes in at 6-3.
I think what it came down to for Tyler here, the ball to stay low. He was anticipating some sort of a hop, but it stayed low. He was in position. He was doing everything well. The baseball just stayed down. Ball got by Loup. A little bit of a screen, but the ball anticipating that baseball bouncing underneath the glove. All of a sudden, here's a big moment in the game. And some pretty good numbers for Mejia.
Yeah, another pinch hitter. Now Mejia coming in. Matt Wise coming out to talk to Loup. It got past Loup. The ground ball was going to end the inning. An error 4 to Wade. And now the tying run is at the plate. With this meeting at the mound, let's give you a quick word from Kia.
Presenting Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable all-wheel drive SUVs.
So both of these teams have been able to put up some crooked numbers, Scooby, late in the games. Most runs, 7th inning on. Rays with 51. Angels in second with 49, tied with the Yankees.
Mejia really dangerous on the first pitch, so it's got to be well spotted.
Right away, oh, beautiful pick at first base by Walsh. And that ends that threat right there.
That's a big play, too. Not anticipating getting a ball hit through you by a right-handed bat. Good scoop.
Especially with the runner, a little traffic in front of him. 6-3 stretch time at the Big A. Tomorrow, Shohei's MVP award. Going to be on the field. All the awards. 25,000 fans going to receive an Ohtani MVP bobblehead courtesy of Yakult Probiotic Drink. For more info, angels.com/promotions. Angels Live kicks it off at 6 o'clock. At 6:30, Ohtani is we're going to be laying out all the hardware. And take a look at that. Collect them all, Mark. You got them all, don't you? There's 3 Ohtani bobbleheads this year.
Yeah.
And a snow globe. Halfway to Christmas.
Yeah, snow globe, you know. I'll be sleeping out overnight to make sure I get that one.
Ohtani is homered here tonight. Followed Mike Trout up with a jack. New pitcher Calvin Fauché making his major league debut.
And like most Rays pitchers, they throw a lot of breaking balls and all speed pitches. They'll show fastballs, but their command with their secondary pitches is so impressive.
Changes, Harold Ramirez, who came in, and a pinch hit, single, RBI. He's in left. Brett Phillips been all over the outfield, is in center. And Mejia is at first base now. And Wallach drives that one. That one's going to go to the gap. Oh, it gets stopped. Oh, is he going to look too? Nope, he's going to hold up right there either way for Chad Wallach. Congratulations. That right there is your first hit as an Angel.
That's so great to see from Chad. See, growing up and being a huge Angel fan, coming to this ballpark quite a bit. Line drive, he's been excellent behind the plate today. Picks up that knock as the offense tries to respond right back. You can almost think right now that Velasquez is thinking, I got to advance him somehow, some way. Remember, it was more of a difficult task for him bunting, but he was working on it. Remember that last homestand, Patrick, where he was working on making sure he got the bunts down. They had that little bucket drill where they were working on getting the bunts down, and that was important for him to do that, getting better and better as far as sacrifice bunts.
And I don't know how Lau was able to get to that. I thought that for sure was getting to the gap. All kinds of defensive changes here. When Margot got hurt, they're calling that right hamstring discomfort for Manuel Margot.
Good take. It's not easy to do when you're asked to square around the bunt. Sometimes you just get a little antsy. You're bunting anything thrown near the strike zone. 3 in a row out of the zone. I would just square around and take this pitch. Sometimes pitchers, it's a distraction, and they end up throwing out of the strike zone.
That's exactly what he does. Fauché, MLB debut, has some traffic. Just recalled today from Durham. We'll have a chat with Fauché right now. Kyle Snyder, pitching coach for the Rays, comes out. Looking forward to tomorrow as we show you our T-Mobile coverage cam. Just about 20,000 here at the Big A on a Monday night. Talked about the Shohei giveaway tomorrow. I certainly know we'll get a big crowd for that. It's going to be Detmers and Kluber. Wednesday, Ohtani and McClanahan. Tomorrow coverage starts at 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, coverage starts at 3:30. All right here on Bally Sports.
You wonder if Joe Maddon's going to ask Brandon Marsh to square around. The Rays really aren't thinking that. They're thinking he's going to be swinging away.
First career knock as an Angel for Wallach. A walk for Velasquez. Nobody out. 2 runs at the top of the 7th for the Rays. The Angels threatening.
Well, that's a tough pitch to catch. He overthrew that one, and somehow Zunino was able to catch that on the backhand.
Fauché has been tapped as having one of the best curveballs in the Rays organization. Top prospect. There's a ground ball. Oh, what a bounce that took. What a play. Over at second base, not enough to get the Speedy Marsh. Ruled safe, bases are loaded, but that just exploded off the infield.
Well, that was a great play by the Rays to even make that close.
On the bare hand, Walls coming in.
They're looking to make sure. I don't know if he got to the base, though. Shea, I don't think he got the bag. Tough hop, bare hand, what a throw. He didn't get the bag, though.
Right. So Mejia was able to get a glove on it.
Former catcher, by the way.
O'Shea, yeah, didn't have his foot on the bag, so that's going to be a base hit for Marsh. Bases are loaded, nobody out. For Mike Trout, already homered. 2-run shot in the 6th with that home run, the most ever here at Angel Stadium. 161. Passes the great Kingfish Tim Salmon.
16th career home run versus the Rays for Trout.
The 1-0.
Well, how about this? Your major league debut, your bases loaded, Trout's at the plate, and it's a 2-0 count. You have a good curveball, but you almost feel you have to throw a fastball here.
Nobody up in the Rays pen either.
Boy, he went with it all speed. He went a cutter. This is real interesting for Trout. Does not swing at the 3-0 pitch very often. I'm thinking if anything's near the strike zone, he might be hacking.
Misses. RBI for Mike Trout. Run comes in 7-3. Chad Wallach scores his first run as an Angel.
That's a big run after the Rays got right back. They brought the tying run to the plate last half inning. Good job to respond. Now you go from MVP chance to another MVP chance at the plate.
Showed you Trout's home run, and here first pitch is what Ohtani did.
Look how he kept his head down and eyes on the baseball. Very similar to the swing for Jared Walsh.
Erica Weston reported Ohtani telling her last night that he's starting to feel comfortable, starting to lift the baseball, and his approach using the middle of the field, opposite field, has been dialed in.
Bases loaded for Shohei. He's never hit a grand slam here or in Japan. Great numbers against the Rays in his career.
Oh, nice play, upper deck. 2-1. He's 2 for 3 tonight with the home run. Velasquez, Marsh, and Trout. Bases full. Making his MLB debut. Fauché misses. 3-1.
Boy, 18 pitches, 13 of them out of the strike zone for the youngster.
Ohtani's never hit a grand slam until now! There he is! Segoi! Angels, second of the night for Shohei Ohtani. My man Mark Gubicza, you put it out there in the universe, buddy. You put it out there. Segoi. Wow.
Shohei, the money. Grand slam for Ohtani-san.
How about we get a little tip of the cowboy hat to this crowd? I would not stop until he got out there.
By the way, that's 40 stickers, by the way, now that hat for their team. They got 40 home runs, the Halos, for today.
We have a 3-run home run from Walsh, 2-run shot from Trout, solo shot from Ohtani, and then a grand salami from the international superstar. And tomorrow he's going to be honored for all the hardware.
By the way, that's 3 hits today for Shohei. And remember, he tied the game last night, that momentum. Yeah. Rocket off the wall, and then scored the winning run.
And that ball was covered. So the Rays bullpen just has to get somebody up. Making his MLB debut. It's Calvin Fauché. And Rendon wants part of this party. Drives that one center field to the wall. And that one is gone. Oh, no, it's caught. He got it. He brought it back. Goodness gracious. Brett Phillips. Wow.
Boy, Shohei Ohtani, though, his first career grand slam. Stay back on the baseball, lower third, looking to drive it, left center. And this is a long, long way. That's the 390 sign he hit it over there into that second level of the bullpen. Shohei Ohtani. Segoi.
What an unreal catch, though, we just saw at the wall.
He says, yeah, I'm actually pretty good. I have to admit. I do things well. I do a lot of things well.
I mean, it's just a party. Every time these guys hit it, it's loud outs. That one stays in the yard. And Phillips, he went a long way to take that one back from Rendon. You can't get it any farther.
Well, he's played all 3 outfield positions. Remember, he's pitched this year, too, for the Rays. He made a great play as the pitcher sliding into the dugout. He is everywhere.
Aaron Whitefield now making his Angels debut at the plate. In just his 4th career game. See Chad Wallach at his first career hit as an Angel, scores first career run. Calvin's still out there.
Well, I'd love to see him pick up that first major league hit for Whitefield. Unbelievable.
Got a buzz going here at the Big A, that's for sure.
He's absolutely incredible.
And Fauché gets out of it. Whitefield strikes out. And Shohei Ohtani never hit a grand slam in the big leagues in Japan or over here stateside. Well, that is in the books. That one was hammered. 2 home runs on the night. He's the best in the game. 3 Angels, top 8. Incredible night, what we have seen from this Halos offense with the homers, the 4, 2 from Ohtani. After what he accomplished last night to tie it with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th and to score the winning run and to have a performance like this, Mark, I mean, how do you put it in perspective?
I mean, I just love, we talked about it, pregame show, our opening today, Patrick, the vibe of this team. And Joe said the improbable win yesterday, be able to come back like they did. And this is a great team they're playing. Tampa Bay Rays, and a bullpen has been outstanding. And then you put up these type of numbers against a bullpen like this. Remarkable.
Jimmy Herget in. Rendon comes over, throws out Arozarena for out number 1. Lots of changes to fill in. Luis Rengifo is in the game. And Tyler Wade goes from second base to left field. And so Marsh goes from left field to center field.
I think you're required when you put an Angel in a Rays uniform to bring a number of gloves to the field.
That's right. It's Brett Phillips, 1 down, top of the 8th. Halo Nation has to be pretty fired up.
Just watching the stands, when Shohei was at the plate with the bases loaded, they were on their feet, waiting for somebody historic for Shohei. He had never hit a grand slam in Japan or the States. And he hits a grand slam the other way. I mean, that's by the 390 sign, the other way. That's how strong it is. It's a cool night.
66 degrees at first pitch. There's the 0-2.
Feels like they're driving on Route 66 the way they're driving the ball.
Adrian Johnson says no swing for Phillips.
How about that combination of Ohtani, Trout jersey, back-to-back today.
The fan that made the catch on the Trout homer had the cowboy hat in attendance. They're going to run out of ink for Shohei Ohtani in Japan. The past 2 nights.
Wow. Get that call.
Called strike 3.
By the way, that cowboy hat started to look like an Archie Griffin football helmet at Ohio State. What, back-to-back Heisman trophies.
That's right. Are you going to give me the years on that in the 70s?
I'm tapped out on back-to-back Heismans. Breaking ball. Chad Wallach, got to give him a lot of credit. He has been really smooth behind the plate. His presentation and getting some strikes called with his framing ability, it's been outstanding. Picking up his first hit as a Halo. That's awesome. Great night. Chad Wallach.
Rays catcher Mike Zunino with 2 down here in the 8th inning. An 11-3 Angels victory. Soon to be coming for Noah Syndergaard, sitting on 49 career wins. Here's the 1-2, and he got him. So that ends the 8th. 11-3 Angels. Jimmy Herget does his job. Balls tonight. Ohtani 2, including his first career grand slam. Trout hit his 7th. Jared Walsh hit his 6th. But the grand slam, the 2nd of the night, home run wise for Ohtani, is what is got everybody buzzing for sure here at the Big A, and 40 home runs, Mark. That now leads all of baseball.
It's amazing, and there's been some times where it's been a tough struggle, that balance in the lineup for Joe Maddon. He said the same thing. He said at some point this offense is going to get locked in. Well, tonight looks like that night. Locked in for sure.
Can you remember the last time the Angels have hit a solo, a 2-run, a 3-run, and a grand slam in the same game? I mean, I certainly can't.
No,
just throwing it out.
I was going to say, Patrick, you're pretty good at that.
I know I'm not.
The predictions are.
You have been. Your predictions are unreal tonight on the Trout, which is the most home runs ever hit here at the Big A, the stadium that opened up in 1966. Mike Trout has the most, 161. And Shohei Ohtani, who had 46 home runs a year ago, has 2 tonight. After what he accomplished yesterday, it's just mind-boggling.
Remember, he hit for the cycle against the same race team. We showed that earlier today. Now he hits his first career grand slam against the Rays. Some excellent career numbers for Shohei against a very good pitching staff.
Oh, Wade drives that one in the corner. That one is going to be fair. He can run. That's going to be a ground rule double. Otherwise, he might be getting the first triple of the season.
That might have been fun to watch.
Yep.
As fast as he is.
Leadoff double for Wade off a Whistler, and that shot was a Whistler for sure.
Yeah, if that hits the lower part of the wall and goes around on a carom, that's going to be fun to see.
Yeah, bounced off the turf.
It's good to see that for Tyler Wade. He felt bad that ground ball got underneath his glove, but right away, Loop and Jared Walsh picked him up, and that ground ball out. Now he picks up a double.
Chad Wallach was a teammate of Michael Lorenzen's at Cal State Fullerton. It was brought to my attention his first career home run was off of Lorenzen. Now he's looking forward to a chance once again be his battery mate.
By the way, Shohei now 23 for 55 against the Rays in his career, including now 8 home runs.
Hopefully he can tack on to those numbers tomorrow. That's insane.
It's going to be a challenge. You're facing a Cy Young Award winner tomorrow.
Corey Kluber.
Klubot throwing the ball very well. The Rays had a no-hitter. What was last year for the Yanks?
Against Reed Detmers. 6 o'clock Angels live tomorrow. Ohtani on the hill Wednesday.
But for all the conversation about the home runs, and it's been great. Noah Syndergaard really battled today. Threw the ball well. Season high in strikeouts with 7.
Wallach hits that one to short. Wade goes back to second, over to first. 1 away. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Angel Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, so much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Here's Andrew Velasquez. 8-run Halo lead here. Bottom of the 8th inning.
Nice little walk he picked up to be part of that big inning last inning. The Angels, after the Rays got back into the game, they scored 2. It was a 6-3 deficit for the Rays, then 5 runs.
Velasquez to right field. Trouble at the wall, and it gets down. Tyler Wade, tremendous speed being held up. Runners at second and third. Velasquez so close to his first career home run as an Angel. But he picks up his third double of the season.
You got guys playing a number of different positions in the game itself for the Rays. Went down and got that pitch, and they look at each other. The communication or lack thereof allows it to fall in for a double.
The reaction from Whistler. So Brandon Lowe, Brett Phillips. Let that one drop for the double, second and third. Joe Madden is having a chat with John Tumpane. They want to see where that bounced.
If it bounced over the yellow line, that's a ground rule double that allows the run to score.
They want them to take a peek at it. So Lau goes over on the bounce.
Yeah, it looked like it went over the yellow line and hit the.
Yeah, sure did.
Above the scoreboard there. That's Joe Madden for you, though. He's fighting to get his guy, Andrew Velasquez, an RBI.
Interesting that they choose not to look at it. But it would have been up to the umpires here in the 8th inning. They could have made the choice. Madden did lose his challenge earlier in the game. Which was super close on the steal by Margot, and she ended up leaving the game on that tight hamstring.
Well, what balance in this lineup, though, for the Angels today? 11 runs, 11 hits.
Popped up from Brandon Marsh. And Diaz is there. It's going to give Mike Trout another chance. And well, we're going to have a pinch hitter. We have Luis Rengifo now. But Shohei would be on deck.
On that special night for Shohei, it's going to be a lot of fun for him after what he accomplished tonight. Both home runs. Now that's vintage Shohei Ohtani going the other way. That's great power. It's amazing. He's such a student of the game and how he knows to get himself right as far as power. He's got to hit the ball that way, and he did it. That rocket off the wall for a double yesterday drove in 2 to tie the game. And then 2 home runs, left center and then towards left field right in the bullpens.
If Rengifo could get on, it would give Ohtani a chance to homer in the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. For a legit hat trick this NHL playoff season. One and two. Huge walk yesterday afternoon for Rengifo.
Especially coming into a game like that when you're trying to, you want to be a hero, get it going, but you were patient enough to work a walk, and that started everything up.
Doesn't get the call, so close, 2-2. Trout's night huge as well. 3 RBI, home run, single. Ball goes out of play, foul, remains 2-2. 3 outs to get for the Angels. Imagine Jimmy Herget potentially be able to save that bullpen, go back out there.
Yeah. That's what Joe even referenced yesterday, given a chance to have the high leverage guys available today. And we've seen 2 of them so far. Ryan Tepera, Aaron Loup.
Rengifo pops it up. Diaz retires the side. Ohtani doesn't get his opportunity, but that's okay. He had a pretty good night. We head to the ninth. It's country weekend. It's Saturday the 21st. You stick around for this post-game Josh Turner concert presented by OC Healthcare Agency and OC for Vets. Visit angels.com/promotions to secure your seats. And that was off that home run from Mike Trout. That young man secured it, had the cowboy hat as his prop ready to go, brought his glove, and here's Kyle Bearclaw. Just made his Angels debut on Saturday. 2 scoreless innings, 2 strikeouts. See his numbers last year for the Twins. Get him up, get a little work here,
yeah.
Gooby.
Build some confidence. The bullpen is so important and for the success for this team, and a chance to be able to pick up 20th win of the season if they can hold on here with 3 outs. Yankees got their 20th victory earlier today. How about Nestor Cortez for the Yankees? Took a no-hitter into the 8th inning.
It's just unreal.
Wow.
Early Cy Young favorite for sure, Nestor Cortez. So Brandon Lau is 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts and a ground out. Drives that one to the gap, first pitch. It gets to the wall. Leadoff double.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the score. He's up there hacking first pitch. He's had a lot of success throughout his career on the first pitch. Go back to Hyundai Key for the game today. Man on the Silver Mountain. It started with Thor, and then the power for Joe Maddon's team. 4 home runs. Walshy a 3-run home run. Trout a 2-run shot. Joe a solo shot, and then a grand slam for the first time in his career. Shohei Ohtani. Man, Silver Mountain.
Gooby, you have been on point tonight. You brought up Mike Trout, how great it would be for him to just make some amazing contact, and then bam. That one's hit, bam, but right to right field for out number 1.
Why you throw strikes? You got defensive players out there that make plays for you. Another great swing by Franco, by the way. Wow.
He was looking for a 4-hit game. Out number 1. And then with Ohtani, you brought up that he had never hit a grand slam, either in Japan or in the bigs, and then bam, grand slam. Your Twitter feed must be exploding, buddy.
I'm asking for some lottery numbers, but I don't really have any call for that one.
Stay hot, bud.
I don't think I've ever got more than 1 ever anyhow, so they might not want to ask me for lottery numbers, anybody.
So we brought up, have the Angels ever hit for that home run cycle with a solo, a 2-run home run, a 3-run home run, and a grand slam in the same game? It has happened 4 times in Angels history, the last being in 2017 at the New York Mets. Diaz behind 0-2, 1 down here in the 9th. Noah Syndergaard went 5 1/3. Season high 7 strikeouts. Ryan Tepera, Aaron Loup, Jimmy Herget, now Kyle Bearclaw. Looking to close out this victory for the Angels, leading 11-3. Really turned things around here at home, Mark. I mean, they're 10-6 right now.
Remember, start off what, 1-3 against the Astros to start off the season at home. The 1 win, Thor.
Now's the second base. Oh, that's a nice
That is
pitch to get him.
Brisby.
Struck him out. 2 away. Diaz just waves at that slider. It felt like that was a changeup, but so Harold Ramirez now pinch hit at an RBI single when he came into the game, replacing Ji-Man Choi. Takes strike 1. Syndergaard in his 5th start. He's carried his team deep into every single ball game. At least 5 innings. Line drive, Velasquez. What a way to end it. Squid Game. Set off the fireworks.
That's why he is Squid. Those arms and hands are everywhere to make a play like that. What a perfect way to finish it off. Andrew Velasquez. Wow, what a play. He's everywhere. He is everywhere.
And he ended that with some serious flair. 11-3 is the final. Angels over the Rays in game 1 of this series. So go ahead, light up the halo.
What a game. What a power surge against a very good team. And Shohei Ohtani, solo shot and a grand slam, part of a back-to-back home run barrage with him and Trouty, but a grand slam first of his career.
Angels pick up their 20th win of the season. Noah Syndergaard gets the win as well. He's 3-1 and his 50th career victory.
The Toyota player of the game, by the way, Shohei Ohtani, deservedly so. 5 RBIs, 2 home runs. Wow.
So right now we're going to go to Erica Weston, who's standing by with Jared Walsh, who got this party started with a 3-run home run. Erica.
Thanks, Patrick. Yeah, Jared, you broke this one open, that 3-run home run. Dead center. What were you looking for there?
Yeah, just looking for something over the plate that I could drive. Luckily, I got it and hit it out.
Shohei said yesterday he was feeling a lot better. You put on a show in this one tonight. How much fun is it watching the MVP in a game like this?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, his oppo power is second to none. So glad he's back. Many more homers to come, if I had to guess.
How about Trout and Ohtani going back-to-back in this ball game?
Yeah, get used to it. Going to be fun all summer watching that.
Thanks for the time, Jared.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yeah, if I had to guess, Mark, I would
yeah, those two together, MVPs. Wow, Thor set the tone on the bump, and then the power. Walshy, life's been good for Walshy.
Mark, a lot of fun. Great job. Stick around for our Angels Live post-game show. It will be showtime tonight and for many more to come.